In this video, I challenged myself to learn a completely new foreign language in 24 hours. I know, you might be thinking, is that actually possible? I don't know, let's find out together. To test how well I can speak this language and how much I can actually learn in just 24 hours, I will take a class with a native speaker on LiveXP and try to have a natural conversation with them. Good morning! It's almost 11 a.m. on a Monday, September 25th. I'm about to spend the next 24 hours learning a new foreign language. Do I actually think that's possible? I have no idea. So to start the challenge, the first thing I need to do is I actually have to choose a bunch of different languages that I'm gonna be choosing from. Because I don't even know what language I need to study right now. So I found these two websites online with the easiest languages to learn for English speakers and the hardest languages to learn for English speakers. And to be completely honest, I created a list of 5 languages that I think are gonna be hard for me to learn and 5 languages that I think are gonna be easy for me to learn. Because that website that included the hardest languages to learn for English speakers. To be honest, some of those languages are easy for me to learn because some of those languages are Slavic languages and I'm a native Russian speaker. So for me, those languages are actually easy to learn. So the final breakdown of all the languages looks like this. The hard languages are Hungarian, Turkish, Greek, Czech, and Korean. I didn't choose Japanese because I can speak Chinese. Obviously, I'm not a fluent Chinese speaker. However, there are a lot of things that are similar between Chinese and Japanese. So that's why I was like, okay, I want to choose a language that is completely new for me. So these are the hard languages. And the easy languages are Serbian, Italian, Portuguese, Dutch, and Romanian. And basically, I'm gonna play a super fun game right now. I found this wheel online. I'm gonna add all of these languages to the picker wheel and hope for the best. I really hope the language I'll spend 24 hours studying is gonna be an easy language because honestly, I don't really want to learn Korean right now. Korean is so freaking hard. Fingers crossed. Okay, so here's the website, and what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna try to input all of these languages from here, from this list to this wheel. And basically, this is how I'm gonna choose the language I'll be studying today. Whew. Okay, the moment of truth. I'm so nervous. Oh my god. I have all the languages here. I need to click on spin. Oh my god, please don't be Korean. That's the only thing I really want. Please don't be Korean. Okay, here we go. Greek! Oh, thank god. That's actually one of the languages that I wanted to learn. Oh my god. And actually, okay, I'm happy, but at the same time, Greek was on the list of the hard languages. Oh my god, but Greek is not Korean, okay? So I'll be fine. Greek is good. Okay, so now I know that the next 24 hours I'm gonna dedicate to studying Greek. I feel very, very excited and extremely grateful. Thank you, picker wheel. But actually, what I need to do right now is I need to create a plan for myself because I only have 24 hours and I'm gonna test my knowledge of Greek in 24 hours. So of course, what I decided to do is I decided to ask ChatGPT for help because I have no idea how I'm gonna manage to learn Greek in 24 hours. So give me a plan that will help me learn Greek in 24 hours. Let's go! ChatGPT reminded me that learning a language as complex as Greek in just 24 hours from scratch is an extremely ambitious goal. And it's important to have realistic expectations. Yeah, Veronika, have realistic expectations. Of course, I hope you understand that I'm doing it as a challenge. I want to try something new, I want to challenge myself, I want you guys to have a good time watching my YouTube video, so I'm doing all of this for you. The plan that ChatGPT gave us is a little bit weird because it basically broke down the whole learning into 5 days. We want to do it in consecutive 24 hours, so obviously I'm not gonna study Greek this way. But what I like about this plan is that obviously we're gonna start with the alphabet, so making sure I am familiar with all the different sounds of Greek. Then I'm gonna start with basic vocabulary and basic grammar. And basically that's the way I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch a bunch of YouTube videos of people teaching Greek. I'm gonna try to really pronounce every single sound and try to memorize as many words as I can to be able to start speaking Greek in just 24 hours. No, I actually can't play a ukulele. I just got it yesterday and I'm trying to learn. I'm very excited, but I'm still learning. I was thinking for me to make this challenge a lot more real and a lot more fun, I need to book a class with a native speaker of Greek after the 24 hours of the challenge, so that this person could kind of test my Greek a little bit and so that I could also test my Greek as well. And obviously, the platform that I immediately had in mind is LiveXP. LiveXP is where I'm currently learning Spanish, and what I really love about this platform is that they have this filter option. So that little feature lets you choose what is important for you. For example, interests like music, or maybe it's a native speaker, or maybe it's a person from a specific country, or maybe you're focused on a specific goal, and this way you can find a teacher that can help you achieve this goal faster. Of course, in LiveXP you can study a lot of different languages, including English, Spanish, and Greek. So now let's go, let's grab my computer and book a class with a native speaker of Greek. I am very nervous. Okay, so we choose Greek. My goal is to learn the basics. My interests, I would say eating out, and let's do singing. Okay, so which person do I want to choose? I think I'm gonna go with Eleni because she's also interested in CrossFit and I love CrossFit, so let's book a class. Okay, let's do tomorrow 11 a.m., which is exactly 24 hours after the challenge. Okay, done. Oh my god, the class is booked. It is in less than 24 hours, so I really have to study right now because I don't know a single word in Greek. I love learning on LiveXP because all of their teachers have the same prices for their lessons if you subscribe to LiveXP. And that made it really easy for me to choose a teacher to practice my Greek with. If you want to make your experience on LiveXP even more enjoyable, you can use my discount code Veronika English 30 to get 30% off your subscription. If you're using LiveXP for the first time, you can use the link in my bio and get your first class on LiveXP for only 99 cents.
Want to speak real Greek from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at GreekPod101.com.
I need to turn my camera on for this. I just learned the Greek letter for hama. Hama. It's like this very difficult hama sound. But basically, look, it looks like a little fish. Do you see this fish? It looks like a fish and it's pronounced like hama. Like this sound that I can't make. Oh my god. The letter omeha in Greek looks like an octopus. Like a cute little octopus. Look. Look at this cute little octopus. And this just looks Korean. Like what? I didn't want to learn Korean and now I'm like, no. When I look at this letter, I feel like I'm learning Korean. But at the same time, I don't even know if this letter exists in Korean. It's been an hour and I'm ready to update you all. So, I just learned the Greek alphabet. Well, I have like a whole list of all the letters right here. So these are all the Greek letters. You know what I realized? One person under this video also said it. Greek is a mix of Russian, English, and geometry. And I was like, yeah, I think probably that's why some of the letters are easier for me to understand and memorize, and that's also why like I used Russian letters to kind of help me memorize the Greek letters a little bit faster, because I feel like using English sounds or English letters doesn't work here. Like Russian, yeah, it's really like a mix of English, Russian, and geometry, which is crazy. But some of the letters are definitely very different. I'm not familiar with them at all, but I also learned how to say yes and no in Greek. And it's really strange because yes sounds like ne. You would think this word means no, but actually it means yes, ne. And no is ohi. So if I want to say no, I have to say ohi. But if I want to say yes, I have to say ne. I decided to take a quick break from Greek learning and make some lunch for myself because I'm very hungry. It's already 1:16. That's usually when I have lunch. This is scrambled tofu if you're interested in what I usually have for lunch. And this is a salad. So I'm gonna eat all of this right now and continue studying Greek because I understand that I only have 24 hours. And to be honest, it is hard. I feel like it is very hard to be a beginner in a language because when you just start learning a new language, there's so much information that you don't know. And like every single word is new to you. Some of the words, okay, maybe I have heard some of the words before, right, in my life, but still it's only a fraction. It's not enough for me to feel confident and to feel relaxed. Every single time I start learning a new language, I feel like there's so much to learn and I feel like I don't know so many things. And that's exactly something I'm experiencing right now with Greek, also because I have this time constraint. So I'm trying to like remember all the words as fast as I can. But it's hard because I'm not even sure I remember the whole alphabet right now. Oh my God.
Ένα, δύο.
One thing that I've also noticed about Greek is that it's a stress language, meaning you have to know where to put the stress, like on every single word. And even when they spell, they also include stress for non-native speakers so that you know where the stress in this word is. It kind of reminds me of Russian too because my native language is Russian and I have a few friends who are non-native Russian speakers, and when they just started learning Russian, that's exactly what they did too. Like all the words had to have those stress marks. Otherwise, they wouldn't know where to actually put the stress on. That's why because of Russian, for me, it's a little bit easier to understand what is going on when I look at Greek words. I'm like, okay, I know what this little thing means. It's just a stress, you know, nothing to worry about. It's only that. But at the same time, the letters in Greek are so difficult because they really mess with my brain. It's like every time I look at a Greek letter, I want to think about the English letter, or I want to think about a similar letter in Russian. And then some letters are completely different. So I'm like, what is going on? Like I forgot the sound. And even better, sometimes there is a letter in Greek. It looks exactly like the letter in English, let's say, but it's pronounced completely different. And I'm like, what? For example, the letter like V, this V in Greek, it's N, I think, from what I remember. And it's just like, oh my God, no. It's 3:12 right now and I just finished working. I worked for just a little bit because obviously I know that today I have to study Greek, but at the same time, I still have some work responsibilities to catch up on. And so right now, I'm gonna go back to studying Greek. And to be honest, I just had a great idea. I'm gonna use these like sheets of paper and create paper flashcards for myself because obviously I only have 24 hours to learn as much Greek as I can. And to be able to do that successfully, I need to start learning vocabulary because I have some words written down here. I'll show you. Like, look, Here I have some basic phrases, some words like, hello, my name is Veronika, thank you, pretty, ugly, easy, difficult, small, good, bad. But I really need to start creating sentences because my goal is obviously to have a good class with my Greek teacher on LiveXP. So to be able to do that, I need to think about what our conversation will sound like. Like, what are we gonna talk about? Obviously, she's gonna ask me, my name and where I live and where I'm from and about my job. So I need to be able to say all of those things. And I feel like at the same time, while I'm actually creating all of these flashcards, I'm gonna look at grammar because I have already started noticing some patterns when it comes to Greek, and I feel like it is definitely connected to grammar. So I really need to look up a few grammar rules and just, go through as many words, as much vocabulary as I possibly can in the next how many hours I have left. All of this would be a lot easier to do if I had Post-its. I don't have any sticky notes right now, and I feel like if I go try to buy them, I'm gonna waste a lot of time. So I'm just gonna use paper and hope for the best. I wanted to brag a little bit about my amazing Greek handwriting. Just look at this. If you guys, any of you, can speak Greek, especially if you're a native speaker, it's probably very entertaining for you to see. But, I don't know, I feel like it looks good. I'm very proud of myself. This expression means nice to meet you, heropoli. And hello is gonna be ya, heropoli. Okay. I know how to say 2 expressions in Greek right now. Let's continue. Now I know how to spell my name in Greek. This is what Veronika looks like in Greek. For me, it's really strange to comprehend that this is my name because it's like a mixture of Russian, English, and something really weird because look, instead of the letter N, we have the letter V in English. Like, this is the letter I would use to start my name with, but in Greek this letter is pronounced as N, so Veronika, and that's why here we also have this letter Lene, me lene Veronika. Very interesting. I'm so happy that I don't actually have to learn Greek because from what I can tell you right now, Greek is a very complex language. At the very beginning of this video, I was like, oh yeah, Greek is like English and Russian. But in reality, of course, it's not a combination of English and Russian. It's a completely different language. And now I'm trying to learn a little bit more about the Greek grammar. Like, here is my computer and here is some information. And I'm just like reading all of this, and I'm not even understanding what I'm reading because it's so freaking hard. It's crazy. Like, I remember when I was 17 years old, when I got into college and I just started learning Chinese. I mean, it was hard, but it was not that hard. I feel like Greek is more difficult for me than even Chinese. I think it's just because in Chinese, the grammar there is so easy. And that's why right now, for example, I'm learning Spanish. I'm learning all the Spanish grammar. It's hard, but my Spanish level is already like a little bit higher. Like, I'm not a complete beginner in Spanish. That's why I don't struggle as much. But right now with Greek, I'm like looking at all of this and I feel like I need help. Like, I need help from a teacher because I have no idea what I'm looking at, It's just so hard. Oh my god. I want to spend the next 30 minutes revising all the flashcards that I just created. I have 11 phrases right here. They're all in Greek, obviously with English translation. This is what they look like. For example, here's the English translation because I like languages. Yeah, because I like languages. And here is how you say this in Greek. Obviously, because right now I'm not very familiar with all the sounds of Greek. Even though I've tried to watch a bunch of videos, I feel like pronunciation in Greek is so difficult, at least for me. Like, this is my experience. And so that's why I'm using like this little part for myself to understand how to say all of this. This is all kind of like in English, even though if I really think about it, I don't think it's a great idea to do that. But I have pretty basic phrases here. For example, I live in Mexico, or I'm from Russia, or I'm 23 years old, or thank you, or how are you? So I'm just gonna take all of these cards and try to memorize as many words, as many expressions as I can. Me lene, Veronika. It's so hard. Oh my god. Ime ikositria eton. It's so funny. I had this card. I'm from Russia, and I'm like, soy de Rusia. It's Spanish, Veronica. No, you need Greek. Ime apoti Rosia. It's not soy de Rusia. The craziest part is that in a few hours, I actually have a Spanish class with my teacher on LiveXP, because I study Spanish with my teacher twice a week, every single Monday. Today's Monday. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting, because obviously right now I'm trying to spend as much time as I can studying Greek. So when I have to say I'm from Russia, I don't want to think about soy de Rusia. I want to think about ime apoti Rosia. Okay. Ime apoti Rosia. Another interesting part that I'm definitely going to ask my teacher is that the word Greek in Greek sounds like Elinika. Like, it sounds so different from the English word Greek. So I'm curious why. Is it actually the right word? Maybe, I found the wrong words. Maybe I have no idea what I'm actually saying, but I think this word does mean Greek. Here's how you spell it, like this. And apparently, this word is pronounced Elinika, and it means Greek. Kalimera, everyone! Good morning! Today is the new day, and in around 30 minutes I have my Greek class with a teacher, and I'm very excited because honestly, I'm feeling quite tired today. Because last night I was trying to study more Greek, I was trying to study more pronunciation rules, because I don't know why, but like some words for me personally are so hard to say in Greek. Like sometimes I look at a word and I'm like, okay, I know all the letters, right? I studied the alphabet. I feel like I'm pretty confident when it comes to the Greek alphabet. However, when I look at some of the words, for example, this word, it starts with a triangle. Of course, I know the letter. I know how to pronounce the letter. It's something like the, but like I'm not fully sure, because when I use like dictionaries and different translators, some of them show me that this sound is supposed to be like a D sound, but I feel like it's not. I feel like this word should be pronounced as doulevo sto YouTube. It means I work on YouTube. Doulevo sto YouTube. But at the same time, I don't know why some dictionaries tell me that it should be doulevo, and that's why I feel like I need help from a native speaker, from a teacher, because I have so many questions and no answers. And yesterday, while creating all of my notes, I realized that there aren't a lot of resources to study Greek with. If I compare Greek to Spanish, it's just crazy, because to learn Spanish, you have so many different resources. To learn English, you have even more resources as a non-native speaker. But I feel like when it comes to Greek, there aren't as many resources, as many websites, and at least, I was trying to look for some websites, like with this information, with that information. I was trying to look for a good dictionary, but I couldn't even find a good dictionary online. Maybe it's just me. If you're learning Greek, maybe you're a teacher of Greek, let me know in the comments. Maybe I just, couldn't find the right information, but at least for me yesterday, it was pretty difficult. So that's why I am still not sure about many things when it comes to Greek. And it's crazy because I never experienced that when I just started learning Spanish, because I remember at the very beginning of my Spanish journey, I could do a lot of things by myself. I didn't even have a teacher. I only took, I think, a class at the very beginning to make sure I pronounce all the words correctly, because I think you can already tell I have difficulties with pronunciation at the very beginning, because for me, when I look at a completely new alphabet, I'm just not sure if I'm saying this letter right or this letter wrong. I need like this help from a teacher or from a native speaker, from a person who could actually tell me, Veronika, you're pronouncing this letter correctly, or Veronika, you're mispronouncing this letter. So yeah, that's why yesterday I realized that it's so important for a language learner to have enough resources and to have good resources to study this language. Otherwise, it gets boring, it gets too challenging. And the biggest challenge for me with Greek right now is being able to find good resources that I actually enjoy using. And that's why I think right now with my teacher, I'm gonna ask her to recommend me some resources to use to study Greek. Like recommend a good dictionary, maybe recommend a YouTube channel to watch. Maybe recommend a grammar book, because last night I found a few grammar books, but some of them were very old, some of them had way too much information, and I'm a complete beginner, you know. I was very scared, to be honest, when I opened that grammar book. I was like, oh my god, like so much grammar, so much new information, I don't even know where to start. So yeah, having the right resources is very important. It is 11:51 right now, which means that my challenge has ended and my class finished 5 minutes ago because I booked a 45-minute class. We basically went through the whole alphabet together, and she told me the exact same thing as I was telling you guys. She said that yes, pronunciation in Greek might be pretty challenging, and right now I understand why, because there are 3 vowels that make the sound E. We have ita, we have iota, and we have ypsilon. So all these 3 letters make the sound E. There are also 2 letters in Greek that make the sound O, omicron and omega. It is crazy to me, because why do you need so many letters that make the same sound? But I also learned one more interesting thing, that the combination of the letters ni and taf make the sound d. And it's interesting because, like, if you look at the Greek alphabet, there's no one letter that's gonna make the sound d. Remember this little triangle and how I was telling you that, you know, some dictionaries say that the sound is supposed to be d, but it's not actually d, it's the, like when you say the word that in English. So this letter is not delta, it's delta. So that was very interesting. I'm really happy that I took this class with a native speaker on LiveXP, because she explained all of those things that I couldn't understand. And so now I know the alphabet. She also explained all the numbers to me. So now I feel like I know a lot more. If you want to study languages on LiveXP too, you can use my discount code Veronika English 30 and get a 30% discount. And if you're using LiveXP for the first time, your first lesson is only gonna cost you 99 cents. Thank you so much for being here with me for this challenge. I had a lot of fun, even though it was very hard at times. Greek is a very, very difficult language. Now I understand why Greek was in this article with all of the difficult languages, because at first I was like, Greek should not be that hard. I was wrong. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you in my next video.